The rules are, you've got two boxes, box number 1, box number 2. Lift them up just really quickly to show the camera that these have not been tampered with and not been opened.
These highly efficient tamper-proof seals.
You wanted to spend 25 quid on tamper-proof seals, but this, I think the masking tape works perfectly.
But it confused Daryl, so we've done all right.
Yeah. So 2 boxes each, right? So in that box is everything, the box is everything that you can cook with. You cannot use anything that is not inside that box. Scott has the list, so when people dial in later on, Scott will run through that list and call out exactly so everyone can see what it is. But everything's in there. The only addition that you are allowed to use is eggs, because I forgot to pack the eggs. That is the only reason you could use anything else, okay? So time starts now. Open your box. You've got 15 minutes to see what is in there and come up with dishes. There is no minimum, there is no maximum. The same rules apply. We will go at 5 o'clock. You will have 45 minutes to cook these dishes, present these dishes, and talk through these dishes. And I expect recipes at the end of it.
It's 45 minutes to cook them.
And spec.
And spec.
I want to spec as well. So the box you've got, Lewis, that's your staples box.
What is it?
That's so you should have. That should be your basics. You have olive oil, flour, cream, milk. There's be some soft cream cheese in there. Just your basics.
What's this?
The sweet potato.
There best be some asparagus in there.
Not very seasonal, is it?
Well,
James, Phil?
Because everyone had been Googling seasonal ingredients, we had to switch it up a little bit because even though Daryl says he doesn't care about it, he's cared massively about this. So we gave you some seasonal bits, some unseasonal bits. I think I chucked a quince in there for good measure as well.
So how does it work? Can you use as much as you want, or
You can use as much or as little as you want.
What's the matter, Daryl? Your celery's red. Your celery's red, did you say?
what is that? I've just got to get the tape fill it out.
Yes, at the bottom. Keep going, Phil. Just past Narnia.
Oh, we've got asparagus, Lewis.
Oh, beautiful. Right, bacon and fruit in one frame.
Oh, I think the guy would be scared we might use it all.
We have to do this on a budget, so don't start giving me crap.
You're on a budget, Daryl. Shut up.
Yeah.
You get half a bulb each. I mean, if you're going to cook with a whole bulb, yeah, go for gold, mate.
So welcome to Fight Night version 2. This is the second kind of incarnation of the Fight Night we've been doing. No doubt everyone's dialed into every single one we've done before. This one's slightly different. So if you've somehow missed it on Yapster, Yammer, email, and all the various means of communication that we've been bombarding you with for this, the rules are quite simple. There are 2 teams this time, not 2 individuals. So you've got, Scott will do the intros. 2 teams of people, they're all lined up there. Now the main difference on this is that the guys didn't know what they were cooking until 15 minutes ago. So 15 minutes ago, we went live, we hit the record button, and the boys had a box that me and Scott professionally, I'd say, very professionally assembled, gaffer taped, and tampered proof that there was no way that anyone could have got inside that box and us not see it. So we checked to make sure the seals were still intact. We signed over the labels, we labeled that again, and then we taped it some more. So it was completely sealed. No one knew what was inside of it. They've had 15 minutes to figure out what they're cooking, how they're going to cook it. And then as per usual, they're going to have 45 minutes to get those dishes done. To give you a slight rundown on what was in those boxes is 100% vegetarian. So there is no meat and there is no fish. We gave an amazing array of vegetables. So there was some, Scotty, jump in when I miss it, but Swiss chard, asparagus. There was some cabbage, I think. There was some oranges, some lemons, some zest, some
Jersey
shallots,
Royals.
Jersey Royal potatoes,
Chard,
butternut
yeah.
squash, a whole
shallots.
range. Yep, a whole range of massive vegetables in there, beautiful things. And then loads of like basic dairy things as well. So double cream, some cream cheese. We put some halloumi cheese in there as well. Daryl's got a great joke about halloumi cheese. No doubt he'll drop it in a number of times during this call. And various bits and pieces. We also gave him some beautiful vermouth vinegar and some extra virgin olive oil and some salt. So basically, if it's not in that box, they can't use it. But anything else, oh, and some harissa paste as well. Anything else in there is banned, and we will recognize that instantly. And if they do cheat, and if we do see them cheating, that team will be instantly disqualified. There is no warnings, there is no nothing. You are disqualified if you try and use an ingredient outside of that box. But that's it. So the guys have had 15 minutes, as I said, to write down all their ideas and then get cracking. I'll let Scott do the intro.
So as Pete's already said, there's two teams in this corner at the viaduct. We have delightful Phil and James. We'll find out what our dishes are very shortly. And then we have, Daryl and Lewis. Both of them, as they've said, teams have not seen the boxes up until 1:45. So they've had 15 minutes to plan. No cooking's taking place, Daryl, I hope. Concentrating there. Look at him, he's cutting something.
No, just as much as what Phil's doing.
Just a pot of boiling water. Okay, that's fine. So, Phil, James, if you'd like to go through your dish or dishes that you're doing for us today, please.
So we're going to do a roast Hasselback butternut squash, herb pesto. You writing all this down, Daryl, yeah?
Yeah.
Pickled.
You do exactly the same.
Yeah, exactly. Do exactly the same dishes. Pickled shallots, sparrows, and a few other bits. A Jersey raw potato salad, harissa halloumi, and a plum cheesecake.
Okay, that sounds good. So you've got quite a few dishes going on there. Very nice. Daryl, Lewis, would you like to tell us what you're doing?
We're doing Jersey Royals, poached egg and chard salad. Then we're doing a strawberry and rhubarb cheesecake with a tarragon oil and maybe a bit of a crumble. We'll see if we get time. And then we're doing blood orange and broccoli salad with harissa halloumi.
Excellent.
Right?
I'd like to know, where's the blood orange coming from?
Harissa dressing salad, no halloumi.
Yeah, we didn't pack you a blood orange, mate. So if you are going to use blood orange, then you're instantly disqualified.
Oh, broccoli.
Just as a word.
It's because Lewis has written it. I can't. The writing's over there. My eyesight's not what it used to be.
So you've got blood orange and broccoli mixed up.
No, because it's beef.
And you're the chef of your Canada. Oh dear, we're in trouble. All right, listen, guys, it's 1:15. I'd say the next 2 minutes. If you'd like to start. So who's doing what at the moment? Phil, I'm assuming you're doing the Hasselback there.
Yeah, I'm doing the Hasselback butternut squash now. That's just going to get roasted in the oven, salt and pepper.
I reckon we should roast some of this.
Lovely. And James, what are you up to?
Yeah, no, I'm just launching the vegetables, green beans and asparagus and some chard.
Okay.
I
Lovely.
put the broccoli on. The broccoli is going to be, the 10% broccoli is going to be roasted in the oven really at high temperature. Get quite a nice chard effect on it.
And just out of interest, why are we roasting it at such a high temperature? What sort of temperature are you talking about? And why so high as opposed to a low
Give
temperature?
a bit of a bitter flavour to it, and yeah, just a charcoal sort of flavour to the broccoli.
Lovely. And not only that, I mean, obviously, if you cook vegetables at a lower temperature, it takes longer and they tend to get overcooked, don't they?
Yes.
Perfect. Perfect. Daryl, Lewis, you're looking rather calm. What's happening with you guys?
I'm making a strawberry and rhubarb compote at the moment, or trying to. Has to go with the cheesecake. I've got the potatoes cooking for Jersey Royals, and I've got my boiled eggs on.
Lovely. How long are you doing the boiled eggs for?
7 minutes.
7 minutes and then...
And into, well, I'd say iced water, but you didn't send any of that in the box, so cold water.
Get out the tap for yourself.
Yeah, so into cold water, let them cool down, and then hopefully we'll have a soft egg when I come to peel them
Perfect.
later. I look like a plonker on camera.
7 minutes will be for a lovely runny oak, yeah? Cooked white, but runny oak,
Yeah.
not snotty. Lovely. And how about you, Lewis? Looking all quiet in the corner. What's happening with you?
I'm starting my butternut squash, just dicing it now. I've got a stock going with the peelings. That's for my orzo salads.
Oh, so you're going to cook the orzo in a stock, butternut stock?
That's correct, yeah.
Oh, very nice. Very good. Chef.
Now, Lewis, you also said that you were going to do a tarragon oil, is that right?
Daryl's doing that.
I was going to say, because correct me if I'm wrong, but your recipe takes about 10, doesn't it? So,
Mine takes 7 minutes.
And it's actually
Yes,
green at the end of it.
A nice vibrant colour green is what you're looking for, isn't it? How do you get the vibrancy of colour? How do you get it to look bright green as opposed to khaki green?
I'm quite lucky that Lewis has got a thermomix. So I'm going to do 7 minutes in the thermo with equal amounts oil to the tarragon at speed 4 at 70 degrees.
Okay.
How
don't
can you,
have a
how can you do
thermo,
it without a
can push
thermo?
through it. What's that?
How can you do it without a thermo?
That's what I was just about to say.
Well, say it quicker.
If you haven't got a thermo, you can use a handheld blitzer. A little tiny pinch of salt in it, it helps it go green, and then blitz it, it's fine. I think it is anyway.
You're not going to get necessarily as good a colour, though, are you? But then the Thermomix obviously.
No,
won't
the
have
thermo will get you a better colour, but obviously not everyone has a thermo.
No someone who's rich or marry a chef, basically, yeah? Or Daryl. Just
Yeah.
go to Daryl's. You'll have 2, I'd imagine, on the go.
What was that?
So let's go back to you, Phil.
Say again?
Oh, 1 second. Will Rose says you can add spinach if you don't have a thermo for the green colour. There you go. So what are you up to, Phil?
Just cutting up some butternut squash, get some pickling liquor ready for shallots and radish, really, just for the garnishes.
What pickling liquor are you doing? What's the combination?
Do equal amounts of sugar, vinegar, and water, and just boil it up.
Okay, well, no, obviously, if you had some aromatics, you'd put something else in there, or you could put something
Yeah,
else
but
in
don't
there.
do put any in the box, did they?
No, you don't get any in the box,
Okay.
mate. No. Staples. And James, what are you just finishing off your broccoli, your tender stem?
Yeah. Just glance in the jar.
Just the chart, the leaves off the chart.
James, you should have asked. I've got some ice over here, mate. I could have gave it to you for your tender stem.
Phil, did you say you're doing a Hasselback squash? Is that right?
Yeah.
What is a Hasselback for those who do not know?
I'll get old school.
Famous Coast Cards from California, wasn't he?
You get Hasselback potatoes. So I've just literally just scored the butternut squash and roasted it into tin foil.
Little rusty, no?
Hopefully it should be ready. But I'm not promising.
Say that. Phil, say that again about Hasselbacks.
You need any shallots?
So basically you just get the Hasselback, the butternut squash. Dip.
Yeah, a bit
No,
closer.
I've cut it really finely that way.
So lots of lines, lots of cuts going
Lots of
3/4
lines.
of the way through.
And I was going to roast it in the oven.
Why are we doing it that way? What's the effect you're going to get from that?
Well, should hopefully be quicker to cook. It gives a nice effect.
Hopefully the flavouring should go through. Is it tarragon oil you're going to put on there?
Now I'll put just some garlic.
Hello,
Oh, garlic, sorry.
Wait.
Lewis.
Yeah.
So how did you? I mean, I'm going to talk specifically to you because I know who the genius behind the organisation is. How did you come up with these dishes? So when you saw that box of ingredients, just talk me through your kind of thought process to say this is what I'm going to do. Did you base it seasonally, or things you've done before, or things that you knew you could pull off without Carol's
Basically
help?
all the lovely queens that is out of season and stuff. I decided not to use, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for seasonality the
Ooh,
best I can. Yeah, basically that's where I started.
I said, why did you choose those dishes? Besides seasonality, why did you choose those dishes? You have lovely ear holes, by the way.
The time I've got to cook them, and my partner helping me,
Your partner, your
taking all
heterosexual
that
life
into
partner.
consideration, you know.
Well, he's the dancing monkey. You're the organ grinder, Lewis. We all know that. So, Phil, same question. When I told you the ingredients in the boxes 2 days ago, what was your thought process behind your dishes?
I think me and James did it just food we like to eat, Scott, you know?
Just simple ingredients, simple food, done by simple folk.
Chicken Essex, yes, yeah.
It's the Essex element. There's nothing fried for starters.
Yeah, you got no deep fat fryer.
They did ask for one.
Just the wrong piece of mind. What are you doing there, Daryl? Are you kneading some kind of dough?
Yeah.
Daryl,
What's that, sorry?
What are you making there?
So we're making a crumble, but we've decided, I've changed my mind. I'm going to do a shortbread biscuit.
Is that because you've knackered the crumble?
It's
Just
because you
because
can't Google
I
recipe.
managed to weigh it, and it just happened.
It just
I'm
happened.
thinking, rather than adding more flour, I'm doing a shortbread biscuit now.
Never heard such drivel. Terrible.
Yeah. That's not bad. 10 minutes into cooking, he's messed up already. That's pretty good going.
I could add more flour to it if I wanted.
Yeah.
As I said, Pete, I'm just going to see how it goes. You know, I'm not going to let rules dictate to me what to cook.
You're
Well,
just really
can you-
casual, aren't you? Really calm, collective.
Of course, I'm calm and collective. Lewis is doing all the work.
I haven't done anything yet.
Is the pressure getting to Daryl? It has been for the last 2 or 3 days, Will. Won't lie. But he's
Yeah.
not bothered. He's not bothered.
No, he's not bothered. That's been Daryl's quote for everyone who hasn't been near him. Is he's not bothered about the result, but then he
I don't
go on
care.
for about an
I
hour
don't
and a
care.
half about how bothered he was about it.
I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care. But
How's it go, Phil? How's his laugh go? For anyone's watched Daryl laugh at his own jokes. So what are you doing with your plums, Phil?
How rude.
That's a bit rude thing to ask, isn't it?
There are plums in the dish, no?
Show you later.
What's that?
I made some sugar with some water. I'm just going to caramelise them slowly. Then after, I'm going to deglaze it with the vinegar. So hopefully make it sauce as well.
So you're going to deglaze the pan the plums are cooked in with a vermouth vinegar.
Yeah, should make some nice syrup.
Vinegar syrup, yeah? Very nice.
Yeah, I love a bit of vinegar.
Yes, you do. Fair enough. Let's see. Oh, potatoes are gone. Your potatoes just going on now?
Again?
Your potatoes just going on now?
So it's mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in the end, isn't it? That's all right.
you want them just cooked, Scott. You know, just cooked, like just in the
Just
nick of-
el dente.
Yeah, definitely. Everyone knows an al dente potato.
Yeah, so they say el dente because if you drop it, you should leave a dent in the floor.
Wait for them.
This is why we didn't give them chicken or any kind of protein, because we were just feared for people's health and them cooking it. In time.
Gentlemen, you are slowly approaching the 15-minute mark. You'll be 15 minutes, about 4 minutes away.
That's good.
So Phil, with the box, were you quite comfortable that it was all vegetarian, or did you have a little bit of a sweat on, a little bit of a panic, so I didn't give you a lump of meat?
It would be nice to have a little meat or fish, but I think it's got to adapt to what you get given. And being confident in your abilities, you know?
I think also the ingredients will speak for themselves now. I mean, meat and fish, you don't necessarily need that protein in there, do you?
No, exactly.
Well, especially this time of year. I think some of the stuff, the vegetables you get this time of year are so good, you don't need to start adding, you know, a lump of meat ain't going to help you with that asparagus on the side, is it?
Harvest egg chard, also from the
Good answer, Phil. Oh, see, Lynn's here. Lynn's on it. Lynn is the main inspiration to why we are doing a vegetarian box today. I'm not going to lie. I thought it'd be a good challenge for everyone, Lynn. So don't worry. The boys have also committed to giving me all the recipes from all the dishes they produced today, which we will share.
All specced, weighed out.
All specced, weighed out, photographed.
I should stop saying this because I'm going to have to do this at some point, aren't I? I'm going to stitch
Yeah.
myself up.
Yeah, you
So,
are.
so Pete, sounds like standard recipes then, yeah?
Standard recipes, yeah.
You can find all these recipes on the Good Food websites. Boys be doing cut, paste, cut, paste.
Yeah. I have noticed though, Mr. Furback, that since we introduced this new no prep, all panic rule, that everyone is a little bit busier. You know?
This is the fastest I've seen them all move in like 6 months. It's quite
Oh.
interesting. Yes,
Yeah.
There's the rhubarb and strawberry jam that I've made.
compost.
So just to get that, or the compote, just to get that set, so we can use it, I'm going to pour it onto this tray that's been in the freezer. I didn't know it was in there, just happened to be in there. We've not prepared for this.
Hang on,
Just happened to
hang
have a
on,
tray in the freezer.
hang on. You found a frozen tray in the freezer.
Yeah, that's what you find a frozen tray. It would be frozen if it wasn't in the freezer. That's good math, no?
Right.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'm believing that move. I'm thinking that's the old chef trick, isn't it? Freeze the tray, and then it's a way of cooling down without using the blast chiller.
Good trick. So,
Interesting.
Lewis, is that your stock done now, the peelings?
Yes, I just tried that. I put my orzo in. Obviously, timing.
That's a lovely little trick. So basically,
Sorry.
you've just used peelings from the
Yes,
butternut
that's
squash
correct.
to do
Just the
it, yeah?
fillings, just the flavour.
Thought I could hear the chorus of a child in the background somewhere.
Chorus of a child.
I thought I could hear a child in the background. I thought perhaps Daryl had brought some people in to help him.
That's probably Nick and Katie.
Of course,
Congratulations to them
yes.
both.
Congratulations. Daryl's love child. No, I don't think Katie and Nick's no, it's not ours, but I know what you mean, Lainey, in the background.
Surely Nick's not on the call.
No, we're far too busy.
Well, you'd hope so, wouldn't you?
What's that? I'm back.
That's all right. There's
Not
private
you, darling.
conversation sales.
Not you.
All right. You crack on. So what's that? Just a squeeze of orange going in there?
Blood orange, according to Daryl.
Well, it would be a blood orange because he's running around so quickly. He'll probably cut himself at some point, Phil. So it will be a blood orange, just not in the traditional words. And James, what are you cutting up there, mate? What are you on at the moment?
Yeah, so basically, I'm going to make pesto. We use some of the halloumi to break through it, just to replace the parmesan, which you would normally
Okay.
put something different, something to use up.
Okay, so the halloumi in replacement of the parmesan, didn't you?
Yeah, it's something different.
Would that work the same? Would that emulsify the same, or would it just be more of a kind of stringy texture to it? I've never grated halloumi ever.
Gives you a bit of visual and it should hold the same content.
Okay, I'm intrigued to see that. Sounds interesting.
That'd be good.
And just out of interest, when you plate up, guys, you're just going to be plating up onto normal white plates, yeah? You haven't like raided Hogan Lovell's fine dining selection.
No, I did what Daryl did, so I've taken some, yeah.
Yeah.
I heard my name mentioned.
Oh,
You're
here he
supposed to be
goes.
listening to all
You're
the
meant
things
to be
mentioned,
listening in,
Daryl.
mate.
Jesus.
So, gentlemen, you're at half past.
Alright,
Half past. You have half an
okay.
hour left. 30 minutes.
I am quite tempted just to make the panic a little bit more, to cut the time short while they're doing it.
Could
Let's
do.
do it.
That'd be interesting, wouldn't it?
Pete, you do realise that you're going to have to probably do this at some point too.
Yeah, but the thing is,
Oh
Ian,
my
I'm
God, I
fearless.
was thinking the same, Ian. Pete should do one.
That may go.
I'll let
Pete, we want to
everyone
see
in.
you cook.
I'll let you into a little internal conversation, right? The reason I haven't done it and the reason I won't do it is because Daryl's mission in life would be to ring everyone in the whole company and tell them to vote against me. So I could literally do this against my phone, and my phone would win because Daryl would make sure that everyone voted for whoever wasn't me.
I think
Oh,
we should
that's
put it
what I
to
want.
poll, Yapster.
What's that, Phil? Put it to Yaps the poll.
Put it to a Yapster poll.
I designed this for you guys and for the people, not to be a showcase for myself.
Phil, I think he's running
Thank you.
scared.
Yeah, I think it sounds like it.
I think we should go to democracy here. I think Yapster sounds like the key, mate.
Oh, dear.
I think we should have Pete versus Adam. Oh, thanks, Lynn.
Yay.
Hang on, Lynn, just to be clear, we've done the vegetarian one for you, and you're thanking me by then submitting me to a Michelin star chef for a beating.
Mission
Thank you very
Impossible.
much.
Michelin. We could call it Michelin Impossible. I like it.
Perfect. Perfect.
But I could probably beat him at the minute because he's just had hand surgery, so he's not cooking. So I might be able to do something. At the
There's
minute.
the cream.
I think after that, I'm screwed.
I
I'll
don't
do
think
it, I'll
people
do
would be
it.
up for it lately.
I'll tell you what, I'll do it if it has some kind of link to some kind of charity organization. Then I will do it. I'll happily do it if we can do something good for some people out of it. I'll let Ian Thomas figure that bit out. Ian could head up the charity link to it, and then we'll go from there.
Right, so where are we at now? What's happening? James, just talk to me a little bit.
Yeah, no,
Oh, sorry, that's run off. Look at the size of this. I've only got about 50 grams of oil. I'm not spraying it through that.
Hang on, I've got two of you. 1 second. Daryl, yes, that is a very large colonical strainer. James, sorry, what are you up to?
Yeah, so basically, I'm going to still the halloumi off, and then I'm going to get some harissa paste. Also making like a harissa sort of dressing, split it in oil and some chopped coriander for it.
So what are you doing with the harissa? Did you say little dressing?
Mix some of the coriander through the harissa dressing.
And Daryl, come into the light, my son. Come into the light. Where is it? They've both gone off. Deliveroo, isn't it? Just running around all over the shop.
I think he literally just wanted to show you the size of the colander he was using.
That's
Like,
it.
there was no.
It's like having a
technical thing to
child
it,
at
was it?
Christmas, isn't it? What are you up to now, Daryl?
I'm just making the tarragon oil.
Oh, and has that come out a nice vibrant colour like you wanted it to?
Oh, that's lovely. Is that a pink recipe?
Yeah, I think I need some food colour in it. Put it that way. I used Pete's method as well. It should have worked.
Delegate it to someone
the
else.
recipe doesn't work. Must be lacking nutmeg or something.
One day of you this week is Monday, and I'm bored of your chat already. It's amazing how quickly your patience fades with you. Oh, he's back. He's back.
That's that laugh.
With his little jig. Yeah. But
His little jig.
Lewis can never say anything about anyone else's herb oil recipes. Because if anyone doesn't know Lewis's secret recipe for herb oil, he basically blanches the herbs, he dehydrates the herbs, he
That's the
rehydrates
best
the
herb oil
herbs,
in the
and then he
company,
blends
chef.
it, and then he dehydrates it. It takes him 2 days, and he gets an oil that looks like veg oil and has no flavor to it whatsoever. I've never really understood his method behind it, but Gareth Ruck taught him that.
It is the best recipe in the company, chef.
Come on, mate. It's not the best recipe in Paddington, let alone the company.
8
Daryl?
hours, 8 hours, 8 hours. Simple.
3-day affair. It's hard to keep on camera, isn't it? It's hard to talk to him.
Talk to the people, Scott.
Owen, do it for the Burnt Chef charity. Phil? Sorry, Daryl? Oh, no, that's not for you. That's for Pete, sorry. Do it for the Burnt Chef charity.
Burnt Chef charity is a very good idea, though. It's a very good cause. If anyone doesn't know what Burnt Chef is, well, I'm multitasking. If anyone doesn't know what Burnt Chef is, absolutely Google, look it up on Instagram. But it's a charity about mental health, so helping people in the industry, the hospitality industry, with mental health. So it's a good shout, Owen.
A little
Well
bit bigger?
Hello? I have no idea who that was, but hello anyway.
Yeah, that was fun. Is Phil gone? Has he gone home? I guess.
Phil's done all his prep. He's finished for the day. He
Oh.
went home about half an hour ago.
Any chance I can go on a break? I've run round the last 15 minutes.
To be fair, he is moving quite a lot, isn't he?
He is. It's very impressive.
He
Scary.
chose this kitchen though, so we can't get any stick about the kitchen because he chose.
Are you gonna
to
go
do
for
it
the
in there.
Thermomix again, chef? Yeah.
How long we got left, Scotty?
We are coming up to almost 40 minutes. Almost 40 minutes. So we're going 45, aren't we, on this one?
We are
How
going
long have we
45
got,
minutes.
Scott?
So you're coming up to 20 minutes left. 20 minutes left. You've got about 24, 23.
Okay, can we have 25?
No.
Any negotiation?
Yes,
No.
we're going to start going down. You've got 22 now.
Oh, no way.
Not more doing.
I think what would help you, Daryl, in these times is to pick a direction that you're walking in, because you're just wandering around like you're lost. You just see him every now and again, just walking past the camera like a Benny Hill sketch. Doesn't have anything in his hands. He's just wandering around.
Just making sure he stays out of Lewis's way. So what are you boys up to, Phil? What's James doing there?
Just placing the
halloumi.
Can we have a close up on the camera, please, boys? Bit closer, bit closer, bit closer, bit closer.
It almost looks like a piece of fish, really.
It does, doesn't it? Very nice. And that's just the harissa, is it?
That's just the rest of the place. Yeah, I've just sealed it. I'm going to keep it room temperature now. Yeah, just spread some harissa paste over the top. That's it.
James, while you're there and you're paying attention, which is nice, what would you say your favorite kind of vegetarian dish is? If you had to pick your favorite vegetarian dish, what would you say it was?
Yeah, no, nothing too complicated, really.
Chips?
Good risotto is always nice. Good cheeses in the risotto. Yeah, nothing too fancy.
Yeah. What about you, Phil?
But pasta, obviously.
Pasta, obviously. What kind of pasta? Sell it to me. Sell it to me.
What making orzo?
Go to wash something up.
Is right? Make like a risotto.
Yeah.
Do you want to elaborate on that? Anything more? Or?
Yeah, that's everyone's very bullet point today, aren't they? Very bullet point.
So distracted.
That's why we did it. What would you put in your orzo risotto, Philip? Tell me. Sell it to me.
This time of
Feel
season,
free.
this time of year, Peter, it's got to be peas, bull beans, asparagus, and a nice bit of salsa verde.
Oh, perfect. Perfect. Maybe a couple
Very
morels, a few morels on the top.
Say again?
A few morel mushrooms on there to finish it off with a budget.
Can't afford morel, sorry. Butter mushrooms.
Oh yeah, that's more of a Daryl thing. And how about you, Daryl? Daryl, what would you say that your favorite vegetarian dish is? And you're not allowed to use truffle or morels.
I do like mushrooms on toast. I sometimes have that on a Sunday.
That's a good one.
Poached egg. I don't really eat much vegetarian food, I've got to be honest. I know it sounds really bad. I do like cooking vegetables.
You did those
I
deep
think
fried
vegetarian food's
pickles.
normally on the side of what I'm doing.
You did those
I
deep
can
fried
see
pickles
that
were
on
nice.
the Instagram feed of yours, Daryl. It looks like a meat feast every day.
I know. Wendy,
That would
that's why I'm
explain
not
his
very
high blood
healthy.
pressure, though, Wendy, wouldn't it?
But yeah, I do like cooking veg and stuff, but yeah, mushrooms on toast is probably my favourite vegetarian dish.
And what about your partner? And I use that term on purposely. What about your partner there? What is his
He hasn't got time to stop at the moment. He's doing all the cooking. Come on. We've got 20 minutes to get 4 dishes out.
20?
No, you've got 18.
No way.
Yes. Daryl, that's my vote for you. Gone to Phil. That's from Lynn Dickens. Sorry, Daryl.
How long have we got, Scott?
18. Let's say 18 minutes.
18 minutes. Just long enough to put those potatoes on.
Have you got your potatoes on yet, Daryl and Lewis?
Yeah. I'll start.
Daryl, you got your potatoes on, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, they're done.
Jerome's done it in the back. Don't worry.
Jerome, potatoes on the pass, please.
Team effort.
Lewis.
Me.
Lewis, what's your favorite vegetarian dish? Talk to me.
Sirloin steak.
Sirloin steak's your favorite vegetarian dish?
Yeah.
I think there's a
don't have
communication breakdown there, mate.
I don't have a favorite vegetarian dish as such. I love
Yes, you
loads
do.
of vegetables, like broccoli, but not actually a vegetarian dish, to be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I always think things that the best food for me personally is the stuff that you don't even know it is. Like you just say, I don't like vegetarian food. What about macaroni cheese? Like Daryl's eaten more macaroni cheese than any other human being or animal I've ever seen in my life. So where that's a vegetarian dish, that's a winner. But things like risottos and different pasta dishes, but even cauliflower cheese. You know, those
Cauliflower
simple bits.
cheese, no? Cauliflower
Right.
cheese on a Sunday. Thing of
Love it.
beauty.
Oh, yeah, I love a cauliflower cheese.
There
Phil,
you go.
cauliflower cheese, no?
Mushroom stroganoff?
Mushrooms.
Collie
throw it
cheese,
off.
brother? Collie cheese on a Sunday?
College, always.
Always, always. So things of beauty. Like you said, just things you don't know you've eaten.
Things you don't know. Mushroom on toast.
I
I
want
think
a
is good.
puree.
I do like
I
a
don't think
mushroom
that's time.
on toast
It's true.
with dippy eggs.
I must say, Daryl did a lovely sourdough that he brought in
Tell
for
you
us
what,
today. It's a mixture with red Leicester
box?
cheese. It's lovely.
But I've done the charred salad here. I'm just going to dress that with some lemon juice and some salt. Unfortunately, there's no nutmeg, so I can't put any nutmeg on it. But
Are you going to use the orange zest there, Daryl?
what's that?
Are you zesting that lemon there, are you? Can you
Just
just
looking
hold up your microplane and just let everyone see how you use the zester? Because you use it like I've never seen anyone else use a zester before.
Look at that. Look, it's totally clean.
No, see where most people will use rub the fruit against it. I'd like to see you grate cheese. I've never seen you grate cheese. I wonder if you hold the cheese and then rub the grater against it.
Right.
How's that squash looking, Philip?
It's actually cooked.
Is it?
Did you say it's actually cooked? Like you're shocked?
I surprised myself.
Oh, perfect.
Good job, little buddy.
Get colour on it.
Good job, little buddy.
Good job, good job.
And what do you got in the pan? Just some garlic there?
Yeah, just someone put any thyme and rosemary in there. Just do
Beautiful.
garlic. And a load of butter.
Okay. Gentlemen, you've got 8 minutes till you need to start plating.
8 minutes,
minutes.
to start plating.
Till you need to start plating.
So we need to start. Okay.
Yep. So that's 8 minutes
I'm
of
just gonna
cooking.
Just going to go for a break for 5 minutes.
I bet you are, poor Lewis.
That's what we're doing.
Surprised he hasn't taken a phone call yet during this. So usually when you work with him in real life, for anyone who's never worked with Daryl, what usually happens is his phone will ring, and instead of standing there like everyone else does and kind of cook and work on the phone, he just disappears out the building for 5 minutes at a time, then comes back, then takes another one, back.
The reason I normally go off peak is it's normally Wendy phoning me up just to check your doing stuff.
He's got some minerals, isn't he, that boy?
Because he's at a safe distance. That's why.
He can't get hit with a copper pan.
No, but I'm with him in the morning, so I'm kicking right in the shin.
So you boys, sorry, Lewis, you're just getting all your prep there to one side, ready to plate up, yeah?
Yeah, we're just this salad's ready to plate up now. I'm just about to bring all the pudding stuff out the freezer, which just happens to have trays in it.
How's your shortbread turn out?
It turned out all right, considering the time I made it in and didn't let it set. Obviously, I didn't let you see it on the camera before I trimmed it up. I'm not
No, you did not.
Yeah. There's a reason for that, Scott.
But
I'll be honest, I'll show you now.
It probably looks identical to one of those Walker shortbread biscuits, because that's it.
You'll see the packers falling out his pocket as he walks away. Brilliant. Is it burnt, Malika? It's probably not even cooked.
There's the shortbread, Scott.
That's all right. Looks good.
Oh no, it's Pete's recipe. That's why it didn't work.
That's why it didn't work. Dear, oh dear. He's smiling at the camera, waiting for someone to buy it.
I know.
Terrible.
I know. You can never bite, otherwise it just doesn't stop.
Okay.
But mind you, he's only so feisty because it's a Monday. He usually gets tired by a Wednesday.
Bill, James, you've got 5 minutes until you plate. 5 minutes until you plate.
We got a plate now?
No,
Plate
well,
now,
it's going to
Phil.
go. If you want to plate now, it's going to go cold. You've got 10 minutes or 9 minutes until you till you finish.
Let's do it now. Philip, though, if you're going to plate up, make sure that your camera is pointed where you're plating up.
That's what I was saying before.
Or move the induction hobs, where the plates where the hobs are.
Move my camera, James. Just don't drop my phone, please, or my missus will kill me. I've done almost 2 years without breaking it so far. It's a record. Also, don't touch my search history. All right, Daryl.
Perfect.
Yeah,
That's it. Nice one. Thank you, James. You all right?
yeah, not too bad. Me and Lewis are quite sorted here.
Yes, Lewis looks sorted.
Yeah, Lewis has to work really hard, in fairness.
Daryl,
I
make
think
sure
I-
you're plating up on a camera that we can see you plating up on, please.
I hope that Quinnell's going to hold, Phil. Still
Come
got
on.
8 minutes. I hope that Quinnell's going to hold.
Don't you worry about that.
I've heard that before come out of him. Usually it ends with mincemeat and weights.
What it means, Scott, is he's got about 9 litres of gelatin in there holding it.
Vinegar?
How long they got left, Scotty?
Well, it's 8 minutes now till they finish. So if they want to start plating up, they can plate up.
I
Yeah,
highly recommend starting.
Start
want me to
going for
move?
plating up.
Scott, I'll move the laptop to where the plating up is if you want.
Yes, please. That'd be great, Dale. We can see it a little bit clearer then. If you boys want to start going for plating up now.
You let me know if you can see it properly.
It's nice,
Go
though.
down. Go down a bit
Nice
more.
picture of your chest there, Daryl.
I've been working out, Wendy.
Working out what's for dinner.
Out of the kitchen.
The laptop's not the Mae West. I won't lie to you. You might be better off using your iPhone if it's on the tripod, mate.
I'm going to use the phone, Scott. That isn't working.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea, Daryl.
What a great idea.
I'm glad you came to that conclusion on your own.
There we go. I'll adjust it now.
That's great. Thank you. Bit
This is where we're
closer.
plating up.
Perfect. Okay.
Could you,
you
Daryl,
drop it
could you
down
get it closer and zoom in a little bit or something? Because I can't actually recognize
Yeah, I've
it.
got some cooking to do here as well, Pete, you know.
Well, it would make a change, right? Wouldn't it?
7 minutes, guys. 7 minutes. So what you've done there, quite cleverly, James, is made a piece of halloumi look like a nice darn of salmon, no? Without realising it, you've made something look like it's not.
When we're finished plating up, let's just move all the dishes closer to the camera because I can't see that halloumi clear enough.
I've not got my glasses out. It's all a blur.
It's in there.
To be fair, I think that helps with some of the food that's there. If it's all blurry, it just looks modern.
All right, gentlemen, you have 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
I forgot to bring Pete's tweezers.
That's why you're getting stuff all over the plate, mate. I nearly swore then, live.
Leave that to Laney.
Yeah. That's why, Laney, I've actually found I got Zoom to add a permanently muted button to this. So that's just to make sure
Just
that
mute
Laney
him.
can't pipe up.
I've got thin slices of strawberry just on there.
Did you say you're doing macerated strawberries on there, Daryl?
No, I sort of macerated them to make the
Compote.
compote.
What does macerated mean, Daryl, to those who don't know how to macerate fruit?
Just basically throw it in a load of sugar.
Eating a load of sugar.
I guess that's one way of describing it, yeah.
Yes. To use the pH level in sugar.
He's so technical. That's why we employed Daryl. He's so technical with his explanation.
A little bit of panic coming in, isn't it? That's why.
But the thing is, the more pressure he gets under, the grumpier he gets. So this is a really good time to start winding him up. He gets snappy.
No, I've got an idea. Phone Lewis and tell Lewis he has to take the phone call. That will wind Daryl up. Gentlemen, you have 4 minutes. 4 minutes left.
He's looking good. What's that middle dish you got there, Philip? In the coupe bowl?
This one, butternut squash.
Is that the squash?
That's about it.
Findings, pickled butternut squash. Beach rings.
Lovely. And so we'll go through each one of these dishes. You'll bring it up to the camera, please, guys. And then, because the sound's very bad at the moment, so just make sure everyone can hear at home what dish you've done. Dishes. iPhone says go James, go Phil. Malika says Phil, proper fine dining.
Huh?
Get him
Huh?
thumbs up, mate. Thumbs up.
Huh?
Right, I'm off phone. Lewis is just finishing up.
He's going to beat the traffic.
Yeah. Don't want to get on the train when it's too busy, you know.
3 minutes. 3 minutes. Boys, have you finished?
Yeah, we're sort of done. Just waiting for you guys.
Can you
Can you
take some
go- go?
photos? Oh, you can't, can you? You've got both your cameras on.
Sort your camera out there because you can't really see most of it, mate. Do like a live thing. You haven't got to do a setup. Just like take it off the hook and then just move it around. Do a Scott Lane special, but just try not to make everyone feel seasick while you're doing it.
And stand in a box.
Let me just get rid of some of these pointless spotlights. Hang on. We don't need that one
Oh.
anymore.
What I'll do is I'll work backwards. So this is
Okay.
a pudding. That's
Well, you are
the,
backwards.
that's the strawberry and rhubarb compote. Lime cheesecake with the tarragon oil. There's a little shortbread biscuit underneath there. I actually don't like the strawberries. That's coming off. But is it staying on? It's decided it's staying on.
It's too late, mate. Too late. It's on. It's on. You can't
Too
change
late.
the dish.
Too late. And then Lewis, hold the camera a second. And we've done a salad here of Jersey Royals, asparagus, and chard. And then we're just going to drip some soft poached eggs over it.
Well, you happy with that egg?
I would have liked it a bit runnier, but some people don't like them that runny.
Yeah.
And all we've
I'll
done with
tell you
that
right
is
now,
we
it's
just
under
charred
season.
just charred the ingredients. Lewis is running off, sorry. No. We just charred the ingredients, boiled potatoes, and then just mixed it in some vinegar and some chives. That's it. And then we're going to get to the really good stuff now, because this is the stuff that Lewis has done. Do you want to talk through it, Lewis?
So we got a little bit of orzo. So we didn't have time to do a puree for the butternut squash. So we got some roasted butternut squash, some green beans, and some chives through it. We cooked the orzo and butternut squash stock.
Nice.
And here we've got broccoli, orange, and harissa dressing. A little side salad. On
What's
this
that?
side,
So
we've
what's that
got
going around the plate? What's that going around the plate?
just a harissa dressing.
Mr. Jackson, sorry.
2 seconds. He's not finished. He wants some
And-
olive oil.
And on this one, we've got some chargil halloumi, some harissa dressing again, some pickled and charred.
Go a bit closer on that one. Zoom in a bit closer.
You're bang on time. We'll let that olive oil sit. That'd be all right. You're bang on 6 o'clock, Lewis.
Some pickled and charred plums, and some harissa dressing again.
Beautiful.
And then we got some leftover boiled eggs and some creamed mushrooms on this one, and chives.
So creamed mushroom, boiled egg, and chive, yeah?
Yeah.
Lovely. Thank you, gentlemen. All right, if we go over to Phil and James.
Jersey roll potatoes in like a bone noisette, butter, there's some rhubarb in there, and asparagus, some chives as well to mix through.
Very nice.
And then you've got harissa, halloumi, there's like pickled radish, charred broccoli, with Swiss chard, and a harissa dressing.
Okay, that's one that looked like the salmon. Very nice. Or was that the one that looked like the salmon? No, that's the one that looks like the salmon. Sorry, carry on.
1 second, swapping over.
Teamwork. That's what it's all about. Teamwork.
Go, 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 go.
So that one is the Hasselback butternut squash with pickled butternut squash, Swiss chard, rainbow chard, and split green beans. It's the herb pesto dressing.
Beautiful.
The next one is the dessert, which is basically a cheese crumble stroke cheesecake with whipped cream cheese, with orange, plum, and crumb.
Superb. Superb. Right, well, I mean, 45 minutes, guys. That's really good. I know, like, James and Lewis have worked very hard today. So well done, you two. Cheers, Phil. Cheers, Daryl, for turning up. top
Are
job.
Are you sure, Scott, they didn't do any prep beforehand? How can you do that in 45 minutes?
I can
It's really
genuinely
quick, Wendy.
promise, have done no prep at all. They've literally
Oh
been
my
given
God.
2 boxes.
That's very fast, actually.
So impressive.
And like I said
Yeah.
beforehand, James and Lewis have been running around quite a lot in that
I was
45
going to
minutes.
say, James and Lewis, you've been like super stealth weapons out there, sorting the boys out.
Well done
Wendy,
all
it's been
4
quite
chefs.
Well
bossy.
done.